Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. And welcome to an update on a crypto we actually haven't looked at for quite a while, at least not in videos. I did cover this quite a bit in my live streams, including the one yesterday, which, if you don't know, I do live streams almost every other day. I'm not sure if I'll be able to fulfill that promise the next couple of days, but I'll try. And there we covered SUI, so that's why I also know that some of you actually want to see some updates on this. I have covered SUI a lot since its launch, so I just wanted to do an update, both technically and fundamentally. I think both are important for SUI at this point of time. So that's what we'll do. I'll tell you honestly what I think is happening from here. We'll talk about different possibilities as well, so that in the end of the video you're optimally prepared for everything that can happen. All right, that's the goal. So that's what I'll work hard for. But for now, before we dive into SUI, I do want to mention that I have my own premium trading group as well, in which I share my own trades. You gain access to my trading guides and access to an exclusive chat room full of traders. So if you actually want to become a better and more profitable trader, check out the links down in the description or the pinned comment, or just simply go to cilinix.com and click the premium tab. But for now, on to SUI. So to start off with fundamentals, SUI actually had like a huge number of daily active addresses and daily transactions. They did some things with the calculations and something was going on SUI, but this was absolutely crazy. And since then, the daily transactions have also fallen down a lot. So this is a bit of a fluke. I think it's better to look at the total value locked, which actually has been pretty stable. The total value locked, it's low, all right, compared to other blockchains. It's low, but at least it has stopped falling. Wow, I cannot talk. But all right, so that's kind of the fundamental setting of SUI. Now, if we take a look at the technicals, it's not great. Like we by essentially the 24th of July, by breaking down below 65 cents, we had already turned bearish. Like all of the EMAs were resistance, and we were still holding on to some sort of a consolidation right here. Between like 61 cents and 65 cents. But it was in the air that we would actually drop down lower, or that SUI would drop down lower because of the bearish momentum and bearish pressure in the markets. I mean, Bitcoin right now is very far from healthy and even further away from bullish. All right, so SUI is just following that. SUI is also quite inflationary, so quite a lot of tokens are being unlocked and stuff. And like I said, in terms of network statistics, it's not looking great. So that's the situation for SUI right now. We are now at the support level around 58 cents. That whole level around 60 cents, which is a psychological resistance level, and 65/61 cents. There's a lot of resistance above us. So ultimately, what I expect is that we will break down below our current support level around 58 cents. And that will drop down at least towards like 55-54 cents. I think ultimately we'll drop down all the way to 50 cents, but let's take 55/54 cents as our next support level. I think we'll drop down there, all right? I must say that before we drop down there, I do expect that the current level will hold for a bit longer. It's a decent support level. Like historically, it has always held us up, at least temporarily. And right now, which is pretty interesting, is that the volume for SUI has actually gone up massively. Like the volume is pretty crazy. Like there's a lot coming from BitDump as well, which is usually an indication of manipulation. But I do think that, usually if the volume comes in like that, usually that does mean that the price will go up, all right? So that in combination with the technicals do lead me to believe that before we get that drop down to 55 and 54 cents, we'll be able to hold this level for a bit longer, and we'll get up to 61, perhaps even 63 cents. And because, there's a chance that we'll rally very much because of that volume we just saw. But at this point of time, purely technically, I think it's more likely that we'll get up to 61, 63 cents, and that we'll hold this area until at some point of time we'll get more bearish pressure from Bitcoin, for example, and drop down towards 55-54 cents. So that's my full take on SUI for now. That's what I think. That's what I think you should know. But if you do have any questions, then let me know down in the comments. And have a great weekend. So take care and bye.